Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. A collision on Old Woman Springs Road has led to the death of one person. On Wednesday at around 2:30 p.m., the California Highway Patrol responded to a collision on Old Woman Springs Road north of Pioneer Town Road. Preliminary information provided by the CHP indicated that at least two vehicles, a sedan and a semi-truck, were involved in the collision. The collision left at least one person dead. The name of the deceased and details from the collision have not been officially released. As of this morning, Z107.7 has contacted the CHP and the San Bernardino County Coroner's Office for more information. We will update this story as we learn more. This is the second fatal collision on Old Woman Springs Road near Pipes Canyon in less than a month. On July 19th, Michael Lopez was killed in an early morning collision. The other driver, identified as Seth Fleming, was considered to be driving under the influence and is facing murder charges. A special operation by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department focusing on rural crimes led to the arrest of one man in Landers. Called Operation Crowing Rooster, the Sheriff's Department's rural crime operation ran from June 14th through August 1st and led to 26 search warrants and a total of 56 arrests. The Sheriff's Department defined the operation as focusing on crimes in rural nature to include animal cruelty, the theft of copper, fuel, heavy equipment, large animals, fencing, and cargo. Arrests were made in various communities throughout San Bernardino County, including the Morongo Basin's own unincorporated community of Landers. The Sheriff's Department said that a warrant served in the 59,900 block of Philip B. Lane in Landers led to the arrest of Enrique Campos, 56. Court records did not show why Campos was arrested. During that 6-week period of Operation Crowing Rooster, investigators served 26 search warrants, arrested 10 subjects for felony crimes, 46 subjects for misdemeanor crimes, including animal cruelty, and relinquished 3,500 cockfighting birds to Animal Care Services. A short and concise Yucca Valley Planning Commission meeting last night continued the two projects that were under consideration. Online news editor Robert Hayden picks it up from here.
First up, the Joshua Springs Calvary Chapel needs additional time for their application to be resubmitted. Town staff say they're choosing another location for the nearly 10,000-foot gymnasium, and they're working on revising the site plan and biological assessment for the proposed project. And then a temporary special event permit request for 58689 Ocotillo Drive has also been continued, as the applicant has revised their site plan and needs additional time for the town staff to review. A new agenda management system called Civic Clerk will be used starting at the next Planning Commission and Town Council meetings. In a presentation by town staff, they say the new software is expected to enhance the public's access to agendas, media, and any other pertinent materials related to the town's municipal meetings. In the land development report, town staff shared photo updates on projects around town. The Charter Communications telecom facility has moved into earthwork. The Domino's/Jersey Mike's right off 29 Palms Highway has constructed the steel skeleton of their structure. Bath and Body Works has continued to upgrade the facade on the construction at their location in line with earlier Planning Commission comments. Spark by Hilton has completed their paint job, and Mojave Gold has completed a mural on the front of their building. Nice Dream Ices continues their parking lot and interior construction, and the land development report wrapped with construction photos of the second phase of the sewer project that has begun on Camino del Cielo. The next Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, August 26th at 6 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Bighorn Desert View Water Agency held their monthly meeting last night. Annalise Kuiper was there and brings us details.
The new director, Rod Miller Boyer's signature, will be on file for the local agency investment fund, and he will now also be authorized to order the deposit or withdrawal of monies in the fund. The board approved the receiving and filing of the annual disbursements exceeding $100 for fiscal year 2024-2025. The general manager, Marina West, gave a report on discussing the rate study.
All right, I just have a few short reports. So I wanted to remind the members of the board and public that I'm scheduling 2 special finance committee meetings on September 2nd and on September 4th at 4 p.m., where we will be discussing the rate study that is underway, and bringing the whole board up to speed on what the rate study is, what's the basis, the foundation of how it's being built, get questions answered and that. And then Thursday would be a presentation on the draft rate study, and hoping to get the committee to weigh in on, do we want to look at more scenarios? Do we want to look at different variations? But we have scheduled September 2nd and September 4th at 4 p.m. for special finance.
The meeting was adjourned just after 8 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
The Yucca Valley Airport District Board of Directors meets in regular session this evening to appoint a new board member to a seat that was left vacant when former board director Gerard Noonan resigned earlier this year. The board will also discuss their 2025-2026 fiscal year budget and receive an update on the ongoing asphalt repair project. The Yucca Valley Airport District Board of Directors meets in public session today at 6:30 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. The 29 Palms Tourism Improvement District Board meets in regular session tomorrow afternoon. The board is expected to approve a contract for social media services and consider an update for their grant program guidelines. They will also consider and may approve their 2025-2026 marketing plan and budget with a projected revenue of $557,500 and planned expenditures of $547,843. The T-Bid Board meets in public session tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. at 29 Palms City Hall, located at 6136 Adobe Road in 29 Palms. The Copper Mountain Community College District Board of Trustees meets in regular session tomorrow afternoon to review the board's self-evaluation results and establish their goals for the coming school year. They will also update their policies regarding claims against the district and take suggestions for future agenda items from staff and members of the public. The Copper Mountain Community College District Board of Trustees meets in regular session tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Copper Mountain College's Bell Center Community Room, located at 6162 Rotary Way in Joshua Tree. On last Friday's Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Daigneault spoke to Morongo Unified School District Assistant Superintendents of Secondary and Elementary Education Amy Woods and Dr. Graciela Gutierrez about the return of music programs coming to elementary and secondary school curriculums. Reporter Gabriel Hart takes a closer look at their conversation.
Amy Wood says MUSD's Human Resources Division has allowed the district to hire one full-time teacher at all 4 secondary schools to teach both vocal and instrumental, including the return of Bill Barrett at Yucca Valley High School. Dr. Gutierrez added that most MUSD elementary schools will also be gaining back their music programs. Host Gary Daigneault reflected on MUSD 20 years ago, prompting further details from Woods.
Say 20 years ago, very pre-COVID, that the kids started in elementary. They'd pick an instrument, they'd learn the basics of it, get into junior high school where they continue with that and get pretty proficient at the instrument, and then go into high school where they're performing. They're getting very, very proficient with the music, whether it's vocal or an instrumental.
And instrumental. So, and with the return of 4 credentialed music teachers at the secondary schools, Gary, you will be, it's going to take a while to rebuild program, but what will end up happening is a full, select choir and jazz bands and marching bands and, those types of things that the teachers have their specificity in, and the students will have a full range of music options.
Yay.
Yeah.
In addition to music, Wood says visual and theatrical arts will continue to be supported, as well as dual enrollment theater, where students can receive college credits while pursuing the course in high school. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
And finally, Milltree, a veteran-led nonprofit based in Joshua Tree, in partnership with High Desert Artists, has announced a call for writers and visual artists to participate in the 5th iteration of The Art of War. This collaborative exhibition will pair the work of veteran and active duty military writers with responses from civilian visual artists, fostering a powerful conversation between the written word and visual expression. The submission deadline is September 8th, and you can find guidelines and parameters at this story at Z107.7fm.com. Milltree has been supporting veterans through art, dialogue, and community engagement since 2013. High Desert Artists is a cooperative gallery founded in 2024 dedicated to fostering creative expressions in the Morongo Basin. Together, these organizations aim to bridge military and civilian experiences through the transformative power of art. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.